Hello, it's me doing a re-review on my NECA Godzilla 1954 65th anniversary version with atomic breath. So the box, as I always start with, it's got the original poster for Godzilla, which looks amazing. I love it when they add the original posters. It just makes the box look so much nicer. And it's got big Godzilla in Japanese, and no idea what any of this means at all. It's got the original actors from the film, little Godzilla there. We've got Godzilla holding a plane. He's got silver teeth in this one and yellow eyes, because they sort of coloured it for this poster. And on the side, it's another smaller version of the poster on the front. Godzilla and 65th anniversary of Godzilla, 1954 to 2019, with a little Shin Godzilla, which looks quite nice. And exactly the same on this side. And on the back, got some really cool promotional pictures of Godzilla 1954. And it's got Toho Co. Ltd. and a little Godzilla image there. And a brief summary of the film and how he's created. And on the bottom, some legal stuff that no one cares about. Also, completely forgot about this, it's got the open bit inside, which looks amazing. So you'd have Godzilla sitting in there with all the cannons aiming at him. Same with a little promotional picture here from the classic scene in the original film, which I really like, some little black and white things in the back, buildings in the background, and how to attach the tail. But on with Godzilla. This is, oh gosh, a really amazing Godzilla 1954 figure with incredible articulation and amazing detail. Because one of the things I absolutely love about this figure are they added little folds in the skin, because this is a costume. This is the original film was a suit, so the actor's head would be in here and everything would be a bit wrinkly because it was a latex suit, I think it was latex. But it's got some more folds on the arms and on the legs here, which look really nice. Got sort of a square chest with a little line down the middle, which looks quite nice. Some more folds in the skin there. And also, he's got some really, unfortunately, the dorsal plates are a bit too small. Same with the tail. But you can't really blame them, because they have to fit this in quite like a big box, but for this figure it's quite small, so they can't make them massive like the Monster Arts. But the dorsal plates look really nice, just a plain light grey with a darker grey inside and some really nice sculpted detail. Also, a little fact about his dorsal plates are, for the people who created the 2019 Godzilla, I heard someone say that literally they just got the 2014 design and stuck these dorsal plates onto it. That I'll show you with this guy, so you can see they are basically the same. Like, these three are the same as these three here, because they've got like the same big bit there, same shapes, and it's a really nice little homage to the original. But also, for the detailing on the face, looks really nice. Eyes look a bit weird, not painted amazingly, but they're sort of allowed to do that because the original, the eyes weren't all like centered. It does sort of stare at you, which looks a bit creepy, but it also looks a bit goofy when you do that. But he's got his little ears there, little nose. I'm not a big fan of the cheeks. Like here, they look a bit weird. I'm just not a big fan of that. And yeah, I just don't really like the idea of that cheek. He looks a bit chubby. It just doesn't look very nice. But now, I guess, onto the articulation. So he's got a simple hinge for the jaw, so he can go that far open and closed, so that he can do a nice roar and shoot his atomic breath, which I'll get to in a minute. Then he's got a ball joint up there, a ball joint down there, so he can look down about that far and up about that far. Shoulders are a ball joint, so they can go all the way around, in about that far, out about that far. Elbows are a swivel hinge, so they can spin all the way round and go that far out and that far in. The wrists are a ball joint, so they can spin all the way around and go up and down and a bit side to side. And it's got the classic NECA Godzilla hinged fingers, which I always really like. You can have him like holding a tree or something, or like a telephone pole. And you can also have him like punching down a building, which would look quite cool. And the chest portion here is just a ball joint down there, ball joint up there, so you can go down about that far, which is quite impressive. And you can also, with the help of the neck, you can go down about that far, so you can get sort of like a Shin Godzilla pose-ish, like when he bends over to shoot the atomic breath. So you can go down about that far, up about that far, which I usually have it, because in the film, usually you see him just walking around like this, just going like that, just walking through Tokyo. And the hips are ball joints. They can go about that far out, that far in. Can't go all the way around. They can go that far back and all the way around like that. It's not all the way. They just got, I think it's a swivel hinge for the knees, so they can spin all the way around, and they can bend back about that far, forwards about that far. The ankles are a ball joint, so they can go all the way around, that far back, that far forward, and a bit of a rocking motion. Same with both legs. The tail, not a big fan of it. I don't like the bendy wire in the tail, because bend it too much, it will snap eventually. But it's got ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, and then bendy wire, so it can go up that far, down about that far, left to right, which is quite nice. I got that the long way around. Left to right. But also, can't forget the atomic breath. It's not really a beam like some of the newer ones. This was basically just smoke that made things explode. So the way you put that in is there's a little hole at the back of his mouth, the same shape as this. So you can just slot it in like that. So you can have him like blowing up a building or something, which looks really cool. And the way I get it spin round in the stop motions, I think it's quite obvious. It just goes like that. I just spin it round like that. But the detail on this looks really nice. Unfortunately, it's got these 3 little dots here, which I'm not a big fan of. And also, you can see through the light, it's got some, like, it's yellowish inside, which looks a bit strange. But the smoke effect looks really nice. I really like it. But yes, now on to the size comparison. So here he is next to the Godzilla 1962 from Kong vs. Godzilla. Now next to Godzilla 2019, well, this is the Monster Arts bootleg 2019 that I turned into 2021. So this guy is pretty tall. And finally, next to the MFS3 Kairu NECA Godzilla model kit. And you might be wondering why I'm doing these two together. Well, it's because this guy, his structure inside is made out of the bones of this guy. So technically, these two are the same. Technically. But, yes, that about does it for the review. So, this is a re-review because I haven't really got anything else to review. But I have got 3 things arriving. I've got the Monster Arts 2001 Heat Ray, the Bandai Kamatakun, or Shin Godzilla second form, and 4 tiny Kamatakons. I've just fallen in love with Kamatakun. It's really cute. I've just decided to buy quite a few of them. But, yes, that does it for the review. I really hope you enjoyed, and definitely pick this guy up if you haven't. He is amazing. See you in the next one.